Hello, 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 and good evening, everybody. Hello and welcome. So nice to see you all in the house already and chatting up a storm. That is fantastic. Good to see Samantha. So nice to see you again, darling. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've seen you. So Samantha coming in and saying, hello, everybody. So lovely to have you join us tonight. Samantha says, how hope everyone is having a good week. Oh my gosh, I am, let's just say it's busy. Let's just say that this time of the year is manic. December, January, and a little bit of February is always, for me in my industry, it is just mind-blowingly busy. Mind-blowingly busy. I nearly forgot that it was Wednesday, to be completely honest. I was like, wait, it's Wednesday. I need to do stuff. Nate, hello and good afternoon. How are you doing? Are you well? I hope you're having a good Wednesday. Nez, hello, darling. Lovely to see you join us again. I hope you are well. I hope you are smiling and having just a wonderful week. So nice to have you join us, my darling. Samantha, I see your message, my love. I have started, added it to the list. Added it to the list. Oh, we have anger issues tonight, do we? Ha! So, Naz, I'm not adding that as your question unless you want me to. You must let me know. Otherwise, I will add it. But, yeah, it must be something in the water. Let's just say that it's something in the water because, yeah, I think there is a lot of anger around at the moment. Definitely, definitely. Okay, so Naz, I do see your question as well. I have added it and added it to the list. Oh, Safanella, hello, darling. Hello and welcome. Nice to see you join us tonight. I hope you are well, my darling. Nate, I see your question. I have added it to the list. And hello, Lee. Hello, darling. Nice to see you. And I hope you're having a nice Wednesday as well. I have added yours, Safanella. Shannon, oh my gosh, have I done the thing again? Thank you for your tip, my darling. Oh, bless you. Bless you, bless you, bless you. You are always so generous and you are always so kind. I'm so appreciative. Thank you. But this obviously means that I have not set the settings correct tonight again. But that's okay. But that's okay. Oh, bless you. Thank you, my darling. Nice to have you join us, and I hope you are well as well. What does Samantha say? Oh, I'm moving. Okay. Oh, that's exciting stuff, darling. That is very exciting indeed, Samantha. Very exciting. I will make a note and send lots and lots and lots of positive energies and loves and vibrations and healing and everything your way on the 16th for the big move, because I think that is just amazing. So needed. And I just hope that it'll all be well for you. And I agree, we need to change the water. I hope you've all got a beverage. I am drinking water tonight, and hopefully my water doesn't have any anger in it. Oh, Safanella, my darling, it's so nice to see you. She says, I am well as necessary to stay alive. You know what? That is fine. That is, I will accept, I will allow, I will accept. That is absolutely fine. As long as it is enough to stay alive, who needs any more than that right now? You know, this is the silly season. This is the crazy season. There is so many weird, crazy things happening out there in the universe. So as long as you are still alive and breathing unaided, I'm a happy girl. And that's all that we need at this stage, my darling. That is all that we need. Okay. Mandy, I have seen yours. Show Mandy. Hello, my darling. Nice to see you join us as well. Mandy says that her network is terrible today. She's on load shedding until 8 p.m. This load shedding business, like I just, we're not even going to talk about it. We're not even going to talk about it. So I have added yours, my darling. So if your connection drops, you can come back later and watch it to get your message. But I have added you to the list. Lee, I have added yours. Hello, darling. Hello, darling. Tracy, hello, my love. She says, I'm unable to join tonight, please can I have it? Absolutely, my darling. I have added you to the list and you can come back later for your message. That's absolutely fine. Tanya, hello. Hello, hello. Nice to see you. I hope you're having an awesome week, my darling. I hope you are having an awesome week, and I have added yours as well. So we have got 9 messages or 9 requests already, and we're only 5 minutes in. That is amazing stuff. So let's get started. I have a deck on the table here. My camera is still misbehaving. I think my camera doesn't like nighttime. The fact that I have 1,000 lights, you can see how pale I am because of all the lights I've got. But yet the table in front of me, yeah, my camera, it's tired. Shame. You should have seen it when I was recording the taroscopes. It got through, we started at Aries and we go through. By the time I got to, I think it was Capricorn. So that means I had 3 left to do when I got to Capricorn. My camera started bugging terribly. Hey, it was so bright that I thought it was daytime. Then it was so dark. I had to give it a bit of a rest before I could carry on because it was just shocking. Just shocking. So anyway, I am shuffling a tarot deck. This is a beautiful tarot deck that I have here in my hands. I don't know if anybody is going to recognize it. I don't know if anybody knows this particular deck, but it is a stunning deck. This deck, the artwork is quite modern. You can see it's glary, so you'll see all my lights that I have. The artwork is just mod. It's relevant. It's amazing. I just adore the artwork. It really is just cute and funky. I love that we've got people of color. I love that we have different body sizes. I mean, case in point, I love that we've got motorbikes and cell phones and laptops and wine. It is really just such a beautiful, beautiful deck. I love this deck. This deck is called the Good Karma Tarot. The only reason why I don't use it all that often is because of the glare. If only creators of tarot decks would stop making glossy decks. Nobody wants a glossy deck in their lives. Nobody wants a glossy deck. But anyway, so that's the deck that I'm using tonight. It is called the Good Karma Tarot. All right, so let's get started. Oh, look who else has joined us tonight. Hello, darling. Nice to see you as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have full house tonight. Lots of people in. Tammy, you know the drill, my darling. Put your question into the chat and I will gladly answer for you. All right. So, I haven't added Tammy yet because I haven't got a question. So let's start with Samantha. So Samantha says, please may I have a message from Spirit around my anger. I am angry at myself and people abusing my kindness, even though I have my boundaries in place. So as we were saying earlier on, there's definitely anger in the air at the moment, okay? And I don't mean to try and make your anger even, less significant or less important, but it is just that time of the year. I am going to draw cards for you, Samantha, but in the meantime, I just want to chat about, everybody's tired. It's been a long, hard couple of years, not just this year. It's been a long, hard couple of years, and we're all on edge. We're all exhausted. When we get to December, we all feel like we are just cutting things short, cutting things fine. So anger issues, yeah, they're a thing right now. Card number 1 for you, Samantha. We've got the Queen of Coins. I love that. I love that. And card number 2, of course, is the Star card. So the message that comes through here for you, my darling, if we look at this first one, all right? So this is the Queen of Coins. So the Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles, she has an abundance. She has everything her heart desires and so much more, although that's how it looks. So from the outside, when people look at her, everybody is like jealous of her. Everybody looks at her and says, oh, she has everything her heart desires. She wants for nothing. Everything is fabulous in her life. Everything is great in her life. So there's this element of jealousy that sort of comes through, okay? But she doesn't see that. She is not that kind of person. She is just so down to earth. She is just so practical and so logical. And all she wants to do is to help people. All she wants to do is to make other people's lives a little bit easier and a little bit more comfortable for them. So she doesn't see the way that people are reacting and responding to her. And I think, Samantha, this is you, okay? So people are seeing you as somebody who has everything, who has this perfect idyllic life. And there is that element of jealousy that comes through. And you don't see it until such time as you get to where you are now and you've got your boundaries in place and people are still taking advantage of you because you are somebody who gives. You are somebody who is kind, who is generous, who is considerate. Everything that you do is to help somebody else, to make somebody else's life easier and better. So this card does explain why the anger issues are there, because everybody is taking from you. Everybody is just taking and taking and taking, and you're getting to that point where you're empty. Okay, your barrel is empty, you're going through a lot, but nobody on the outside knows that. So you're angry at yourself because you set such high expectations for yourself, and then you constantly feel as if you're failing. You constantly feel as if you're not achieving your goals and your things. So that's why you get so angry with yourself. The Star card, I mean, isn't she just gorgeous? Okay, first of all, she is just gorgeous. The Star card is the card of hope. It's the card of healing, and it's the card of renewal. So she has come through just to say to you, Samantha, don't give up. Don't give in. Don't give up. Don't give in. Stick with it, because things are going to get better. You said now in the other message that you are moving in a couple of weeks' time. I'm so excited for you, my darling. And I know that that is why you got the Star card, because she's telling you, yes, the anger issues are real. The anger issues are there. Just do whatever you're doing at the moment to get through the days. Just suppress the anger, process it in whichever way you can, whatever way is appropriate for you. But just know that better times are coming, okay? Better times are coming. But I do have to say, my darling, you need to rest, okay? You need to rest. You need to give yourself an opportunity to catch your breath and to just breathe. All right. The anger is because of the high expectations that you set on yourself and the way that you have spoilt the people around you. So because you've done too much for them in the past, you've always been supportive and loving and kind and generous, etc. Now, when you've got your own challenges going on, they don't know that, because on the outside, your life looks pretty perfect, pretty idyllic. So when you understand that, it almost helps to balance out the anger issues a little bit. But I also think, just know that the anger issues are just at this time of the year, all right, with yourself and with everybody around you. But the Star card is saying to you, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. So be kind to yourself, be gentle to yourself, and just know that soon, it's all going to be okay. Sending you so much love and many blessings, my darling. Can't wait to hear once the move has happened and once you are settled and happy in your new home. Okie dokie. Right, Tammy, I have added your question, darling. I have added your question. Right, let's have a sip of my water. All right, so Naz, saying the same as Samantha. I would like to know what is happening and this trigger of the anger for no reason. So let's see, Naz, what comes through for you, and whether it's a similar message to what we got for Samantha, or if it's going to be something different. So let's have a look, Naz. What is happening with your trigger of anger for no reason? You know, I am going to say to you, Naz, that it's never for no reason. There is always a reason. It might not be an obvious one. It might not be one that you're fully conscious of or aware of or mindful of, but there is always a trigger. And also the reason behind it might not even be a current thing. It may be something from a long time ago that you are processing and dealing with. So happy with that shuffle. Let's have a look, Naz. The story behind your anger. Let's see. Card number 1 for you. We have got the Ace of Wands. I almost expected that. And we have the 10 of Coins. All right. Ace of Wands and the 10 of Coins. So, Naz, what we've got going here for you, the Ace of Wands is about work. It's about new projects, new experiences, new opportunities, the new things that you're involved in and the new things that you are doing. So the Ace of Wands is basically saying to you that you know, your anger is coming from all the new stuff that is going on in your life, all the new pressure that you are experiencing. Now, Wands is generally a card of creativity. So it talks about new opportunities and new creative endeavors. But I think for you at the moment, you've lost your creativity. You've lost that sense of familiar, because everything is a struggle and everything is a challenge and everything is a fight. So this Ace of Wands is saying to you, Naz, that it's all becoming a little bit too much, but it's all this new pressure on you that is triggering this anger issues that you have. 10 of Coins is just so amazing, because the 10 of Coins is the card of family. So if we look closely at the artwork, you can see that we have got 3 generations, all right? We have got 3 generations of people that have come together, and that this is the answer to the anger. The answer to your anger, Naz, is family. more time with family, connecting with family, being with family, recognizing the significance and importance of family is what will balance you out, because this to me is work. All right. Where is this anger coming from? Where is this pressure coming from? Where is this coming from? It's because you are separated from your family at the moment, and you're worrying about them, and you're stressing about them, and you want so much more for them, but you're finding that it's just all an impossible feat, an impossible task. So in honesty for you, my darling, where the trigger of the anger for no reason, the reason is the pressure that you're under at the moment. The amount of opportunities, situations, challenges, whatever dilemmas that you're facing at the moment, that is what is creating it. And the answer on how to solve it is family, is coming back home, coming back to your happy place, coming back to that place of significance and importance for you, is what will break the cycle that you're in at the moment. So you do need a little bit of family time. All right. Much love and many blessings, my darling. Much love and many blessings. You know, and I know how hard you work, Naz. I know how much effort you put into everything. I know how important and significant, you know, all of that is for you. So I know how difficult it can be. Just want to catch up on the chat. You are so welcome, my darling, and I'm glad that that makes sense to you. I'm really glad that that makes sense to you. You know, yeah, I will send lots and lots and lots of positive energy on the, you know what, I will add you to my healing book. You've all seen my healing list that I have. I will add you there, which means that every single day you will receive, gosh, I can't shuffle. You will receive positive vibe, positive energy, just to give you the strength, to give you the courage, to give you the energy that you need to navigate the situation that you're going through. So I will do that with the greatest of pleasure, my darling, with the greatest of pleasure. I think you're all in that book anyway at some point, but it's certainly nothing wrong with going in at a second, a third, or a fourth, or a fifth time. Nothing wrong with that at all. Right, who's next? So next tonight we have Nate. Oh, my dear darling Nate, thank you for sharing your pecan nut pie with us. We did go out over the weekend, and I was like, I need to have pecan nut pie. But you know what? Our restaurants, they don't have pecan nut pie. It's not like a standard on the menu, if I can put it that way, on the dessert menu. So on the dessert menu was lemon meringue. What's it called? Lemon meringue pie? Lemon meringue pie, doesn't sound weird. So I did have that instead, wishing it was pecan nut pie, and yours looked so delicious. For everybody who didn't see, Nate shared it on Instagram, and he tagged me on it so that I could see his two very delicious looking pecan nut pies. I hope they tasted as delicious as they looked. So let's have a look. So Nate says, I will take whatever message Spirit wants me to know at this time when it is my time. So I have had one card drop, and I am going to take it, Nate, because as it dropped, I didn't know what it was, but I did hear that it is an appropriate one for you. So there it is, the Queen of Cups. So let's talk about the Queen of Cups while I shuffle for you. So the Queen of Cups, she is very nurturing, loving, kind, and supportive. She is also somebody who trusts and follows her intuition. Right? We've just had a second card drop. And landed in the same place. So apparently it's going to be your card. So Nate, the Queen of Cups, like I said to you, she is very loving, caring, and supportive. She is very nurturing of everybody around her. She's always taking care of others, always mindful of what everybody needs. And she does take care of herself, and she does take a lot of pride in everything that she does. But most of her life, everything that is significant is other people's needs, wants, and desires. And I imagine that this is who you are, or who you need to be right now. The second card that we have is the Ace of Cups. So Nate, there is obviously a new energy that is coming into your life at the moment. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but there is definitely a new energy that's coming in that needs nurturing, all right? So you need to nurture the new. You need to take care of the new. And this new is going to bring you joy. It's going to bring you happiness. It's going to bring you emotions, positive emotions. And like I say, it doesn't necessarily have to be romance, because I don't know what your romantic situation is. I don't know if you're in a relationship or not, but there is somebody new that's coming through that is going to bring happiness, and it is something that you need to nurture. Okay, it is a connection and a relationship that needs to be nurtured. I am going to take off the top because I just feel like I need to. Eight of Wands. All right. So the Eight of Wands is confirming, Nate, that this person probably is already in your life. It's a new connection, but because the Eight of Wands is the card of movement, it's the card of saying that it's already in motion. Okay. So that's why I'm thinking that this person, you've already met them, but you've met them very recently. They are new into your circle, new into your life. And it is definitely a relationship that needs nurturing, okay? Definitely a relationship that you need to pay attention to, that you need to give it a little bit of time, give it the energy that it needs, because it's definitely going to bring you something positive, whatever is needed or whatever is lacking in your life. And the Eight of Wands is definitely talking about the fact that it has already started. It's not that it still needs to begin, that this person is already there. But the Eight of Wands is also confirming, Nate, that this relationship is going to take you places, okay? That this connection with somebody else is definitely going to take you places. So whatever is needed in your life at the moment, this person seems to be almost, the words that I'm hearing in my head, it's like it's bridging the gap. Okay, so this person is going to bridge the gap between where you are now and where you need to be and how to get there. So if you meet somebody new, if somebody new comes into your circle, just nurture, pay attention, spend time with them, appreciate them, value them, and just allow it to be. Nurture the relationship and see where it goes. All right. Much love to you. That is exciting. I hope the message makes sense. I hope you understand it, and I hope it helps in whatever way you need help right now. Sending you lots of love, Nate. Okie dokie. Let's take that one off. Let's catch up with the chat. So Naz saying, wow, yes, Rene, this is so true. Pushing the creativity to the back because of work, missing the family, so spending Christmas and New Year with them. I'm so glad, my darling. I'm so glad that you are pushing back, okay? And I'm so glad that you are going to be spending Christmas and New Year with the family, because you know what, as much as they need you, I think you need them probably even more right now. I think you need them definitely. So I'm sure you're going to have an amazing, amazing, amazing time. And I love that. I love that. She goes, we got this. You do indeed. You got this, girl. Sugantha, hello. I have been thinking about you and wondering how you're doing. We did miss you last week, yes, and it's good that you are with us tonight. I have seen your question and I have added it. Not yet, but I will. I have added it to the list. Right, next we have Sifanella, my dearest darling. Bless you. How are you doing? I hope you are well, my precious. Right, so Sifanella is saying a message from Spirit, please. So let's give the cards a shuffle and let's ask for a message for Sifanella. Anything that Sifanella needs to hear right here and right now. Let's cut the deck. So Sifanella, for you, my love, card number 1, we have got the 9 of coins. I love the 9 of coins. I know I say that about all the cards. I don't love the 9 of swords, though. Interesting, we've got the 2 9s. So let's talk about the 2 9s for a second. So Sifanella, from a purely a numero, I can never say that word, especially late at night, numerological point of view, when we look at 9s, 9s talk about completion, attainment. 9s is the last of the single digits, so it's like you've come full circle, okay? Because the number after 9 is 10, and when you get to 10, we actually reduce it back down to 1, which is about starting over and beginnings. So 9 is about completion and attainment and achieving everything that the heart desires. So you've got 2 9s, but you've got 2 9s on the opposite. This one doesn't want to move. On the opposite spectrums, okay? Because where we talk about the 9 of coins, that is the card of opulence. That is the card of extravagance. It's the card of excess. So the 9 of coins says that you have everything that your heart desires. Life is fabulous. You need for nothing. But then you've got the stress card, okay? Because the 9 of swords is what we call the nightmare card. It's the stress and anxiety card. So you've got these two coming through for you. And as much as they're both 9s, they are opposites. Because here we've got everything, and here we've got a lot of stress and worry and anxiety. Okay, so even though you may be feeling quite positive, and even though you may be feeling quite good right now, because you really are, life is pretty okay, you may still have your challenges, but they're not bogging you down. Except on the outside, you're putting on this beautiful appearance of life is fabulous and smiling and happy and all of that kind of thing. But the truth of the matter is, internally, you are struggling, okay? Internally, you're finding it all a little bit too much, but you refuse to let anybody see that. So you're putting on this really brave appearance and this really good outward look, but internally, you're finding it all a little bit much. So we have to find some balance here, my darling. And I think it's about acknowledging not only the stresses, because, you know, everybody tells you acknowledge your stress and it becomes so much better. But in this particular case, I really feel like let's acknowledge this rather. Let's acknowledge the abundance that you have. Let's acknowledge the success that you have, the everything that's working out well for you. Let's acknowledge that instead of only focusing on the things that are going wrong or the things that are stressing you out. Okay. So understand that also with the 2 nines that you are getting close to completion, attainment, achievement. And then all of this shifts away and we start all over again in the new year. But for now, there's definitely this feeling of putting on a brave face, not necessarily feeling confident. All right. Much love to you, my darling. Many blessings to you. And I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. Sending you lots and lots and lots of love. All right. Let's put the cards back in random places. And because I have obviously pushed a strange button again tonight, no, let me rephrase that. I didn't push a button. When I create these live streams, I normally have to go in and mark it that it's only for the members. And I think what I did is I forgot to do that part, or I did something else, because we had or we have Shannon that has popped into the chat, and bless her, she is always so generous with her donations and her tips. So Shannon, if you are still here, my darling, I am going to draw you a card just because you are always so generous and so supportive and so kind, and seeing as you are here, why not? So you don't have a question and you can't even type the question to me because I think I put it onto members only, but I didn't put it on members only in all the places, which is why you are here watching us tonight. So you can't ask a question, so that's okay. I'm just gonna say to Spirit, any message for Shannon? What does Shannon need to hear right here and right now? And let's see what comes through for you, my darling. Like I say, you are always so generous and you are always so kind, and I do so appreciate your kindness and generosity. So Shannon, my darling, card number 1. I have to giggle. Oh my gosh, I'll explain it to you in a second. 4 of coins. Oh my gosh, I have to giggle. And you've got the 6 of wands. All right. So my dear darling Shannon, this is Spirit saying to you that you don't always have to be so generous. That's why I was giggling. So look at her. She's got her little purse, her little bag of money, okay? And she's holding it. Her bag is full. You can see that her bag is full. And then she's holding on to this other one that wouldn't fit in her bag, and she's holding on to it so tightly. So the message of the 4 of coins, Shannon, is about knowing when is the right time to give and when is the right time to hold back, and not always feeling like you need to give. And here we're talking about your generosity. So I understand the message for you, and I hope you understand it as well. And bless you, you are so generous. And I'm sure it's not only just with me that you are generous with everybody. But this is Spirit saying to you, you need to watch that, okay? you need to hold back a little bit on your generosity and just sort of, if I can say, just reel it in ever so slightly, because, at the end of the day, if you are always so generous, you've got to make sure that you're taking care of yourself as well. All right. And then the second card that I drew for you is the 6 of wands. Look at her holding her trophy, and all her friends are clapping hands and celebrating her success. So this is Spirit again acknowledging that right now you have victory. You are successful. You have accomplished so much, and you're actually in a really good space. And you need to celebrate that. You need to acknowledge and celebrate your success in all its glory, in all its fabulous glory. So I hope that message makes sense to you, my darling. I hope it helps you. And again, thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your love and your generosity. It really does mean the world to me. So let me put these cards away, back in the deck in random places. And let's see who is next. I am so glad, my darling. Sifanelli says it makes too much sense, I think is what you were trying to say. Very, very true. I'm so glad, my darling. You are so very welcome. You are so very welcome. All right. So next tonight is Mandy. And Mandy, you may or may not be here at this stage. We don't know, because you say your network is terrible because of the dreaded load shedding until 8 p.m. Oh my gosh. We're not even going to talk about the dreaded load shedding. Let's just see. All right. So Mandy, we're looking for any message from Spirit for Mandy, please. Anything that Mandy needs to hear tonight would be great. Please, Spirit, message for Mandy. A message of upliftment, hope, and positivity always goes down well. Let's cut the deck over there. Card number 1 for you, Mandy. We have the King of Cups. Card number 2 for Mandy is the 7 of Swords. All right. So I love the King of Cups. The King of Cups, first of all, let's just have a look at him. He is a young guy, yes, and we normally expect the kings to be, older, more mature guys. But just because he's younger doesn't mean that he isn't mature. This is somebody who's got his stuff together, okay? This is somebody who on an emotional level is feeling quite confident. Look how the waves are like crazy busy behind him. So he is feeling quite confident, even though there is chaos all around him, all right? So on an emotional level, Mandy, this is Spirit saying to you that you are feeling a little bit like there is craziness around, there is upheaval all around you, there is drama and whatever all around you, but actually you're feeling quite confident. You're actually feeling, I got this, I got this, I got this. So feeling quite positive, even though there is chaos. But the King of Cups is also somebody who has to hold emotions for other people, okay? So he doesn't only have his own self to deal with. He has to take care of and nurture and look after and be there for everybody else as well. So this is who you are. And I know that that's who you are. I know that you are somebody who does hold energy for so many people, hold emotions for so many other people. Now, the interesting card here, Mandy. The interesting card here is this Seven of Swords. Now, look what she's doing. She has this huge, oversized overcoat, okay? And she is picking up these swords that have been stuck in the ground, and she's sticking them in her jacket. She's looking behind her, so she's like almost like, oh, who's watching me, who's watching me, who's watching me? So what she's doing is she's taking things. She's taking advantage of the situation. She is spur of the moment, no thought or planning gone into it. She's taking advantage of a situation, and she's helping herself, all right? And I do think, Mandy, the message for you here is to help yourself. We know that you're always taking care of other people. You're always being emotionally supportive and holding space and holding energy for other people on an emotional level. But it's important that when an opportunity presents, it's important that you grab it, okay? It's important that you take the opportunity whenever you get the chance to, because if you don't, opportunity missed. So in your life at the moment, we understand the show that you're putting on. We understand your position in society, in your family, in your career, all of the other things. But there are going to be opportunities, that very small opportunities that will present themselves that have a very tiny window, and you need to grab, you need to operate, you need to take as much as you can, because it is about building yourself up so that you can continue to be the person you need to be. So grab the opportunities, run with it. Don't get too caught up in the thinking. Don't get too caught up in the planning stage of it, because if you do, you may miss the opportunity. And because your role is such an important one, and because you need to hold space for so many, you don't have the time to strategize and plan. So grab, operate, run, move, make it all happen so that you can be kind and supportive and helpful to those who need it in your life. So sending you much love and many blessings, my darling. I hope that message helps you. I hope it makes sense, and I hope it comes through with your bad network. Okay. Let us see who is next. Lee, my darling, it's your turn next. So Lee says, I saw different locations viewing my franchise accounts on my banking app. So I went to the bank and they helped me block it, and I'm concerned how this could affect me, because how it could affect you or cause any alarms, right? So that's very interesting, my darling. That is very interesting. I do think you have an idea on who or what it is that is checking on you. And I do think it is connected to the things that happened much earlier on in the year. So that is just my initial gut reactions, and we will chat about it. We will chat about it indeed. So let's just see what wants to come through for you here around that situation. Any guidance for you around, I am going to call them peeping toms on your bank account. Any guidance for Lee on peeping toms on her bank account? Okay. Card number 1. We have the Page of Swords. See what she's doing? She's writing it all down. She is taking notes, okay? She is taking notes. She's not letting anything get past her. She's making sure that she records it all down. And then we have the Ace of Wands. All right, so this is quite interesting. So all right, okay. I'm hearing in my head that yes, she's taking notes. Yes, she's writing it all down. Yes, she is, recording everything that happens. And that could be exactly how you need to be responding. But I'm also hearing that this could be the people who write down everything. So I'm going to go with the authorities, okay? So the authorities that are always checking up on you and checking up on situations and checking up on circumstances. This could be them. This could be them checking up on. But I do want you to note, if we look at her face, she doesn't look worried. She doesn't look stressed. She doesn't look conniving. She doesn't look anything except happy. Okay, she's got a bit of a smile, and there's almost like this dreamlike kind of state. So that is telling you that you're in no danger, that there is no reason to be concerned or anything. I do think you've handled the situation quite well, and everything is under control. So the Page of Swords is also the card of what I refer to as learning. Okay, it's about learning all of these things, and you're learning all this information. You're learning all of these, like you would probably never have thought to look there if you hadn't had previous negative experiences. So all of this is about lessons, and lessons in holding on to your power and not letting anybody take it away from you. And then we have the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is about new energies, new creative endeavors. So I do think that this is saying to you that yes, this experience that you've just had, this whatever it is that you've just uncovered or revealed or found out about, we're going to take note of it. We're going to write it down. We're going to record it. We're going to memorize it. We're going to be very much aware and mindful of it so that we can go forward in a new and creative way, changing the way we operate, changing the way we do things. This could even possibly be telling you to change your passwords. I mean, if you haven't already done so, this could be very well telling you to change your passwords and to get creative with it, okay? Because learn from this experience so that we can be better going forward. It's as simple as that. But there's no cause for alarm. These are two very positive cards, very good cards. There's no concern, there's no worry, there's none of that here. But it is definitely telling you that let's learn from this so that we can move forward in a better way. Much love and many blessings to you, dear darling Lee, and we'll chat to you soon. Chat to you soon. Right, let's put these cards away. Blum, blum, blum. Catch up on chat. So Lee saying, thank you so much, relief. I am quite sure who the peeping toms are, just concerned about undoing all my hard work and the last leg of last year. Ready to celebrate. Of course, yes, my darling, absolutely. I really get that there's no reason to be concerned. There's no worry. There's none of that for you. I really do think that you've got it all completely and utterly under control. But change passwords. Changing passwords, always a good thing. Always a good thing. Right, so Tracy Swanepoel says, unable to join tonight, so I know she's not here with us right now, but that's okay. We're going to draw a message for Tracy anyway. So let's give the cards a shuffle, if they will. There we go. Give the cards a shuffle. Let's look for a general message for Tracy. What does Tracy need to hear right here and right now? What is important and significant? A message of guidance, a message of hope, and a message of upliftment for Tracy. Let's see what we get. So, Tracy, my dear, card number 1, we have the Page of Wands. And card number 2, we have the 7 of Cups. I love that. So the Page of Wands, I mean, look at him. Look at him. Isn't he just the cutest? This is like tonight. I had my hubby and my son cook supper, and this is what my kitchen looks like. So this is Page of Wands for you, my darling. He is the kind of person who is ready to try anything, okay? He is experimental. He doesn't really know what he's doing. He is making a royal mess about it, but he's trying, okay? He is trying. And I think, Tracy, the message that comes through for you with this particular card is this is you right now in life. You're trying to get a handle on so much. You're trying to improve. You're trying to be better at everything that's going. Because, I mean, let's be honest, this year has seen 1,000 changes for you, from changing homes. I think you changed jobs this year. Your boys have changed. Your boys are moving away. There have been so many shifts and changes for you. And right now, this is how you may be feeling. You may be feeling as if, you know what, I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know if I'm succeeding. I don't know if it's working out, but I'm trying. And I love this one for you. So here we have the Seven of Cups. And there she's sitting in her garden. She's quite peaceful. She's quite tranquil. She's quite comfy. And she's pondering her thoughts, okay? She's pondering her thoughts. She's pondering the options that life has to present her. And she's sort of not rushing into anything. She's sort of taking her time going, okay, so, you know, I could do this, or I could do that, or I could do this, or I could do that. So she's really pondering and thinking about what life has to offer her. So you feel as if it's all just a boiling pot of mess. You feel as if it's all just a little bit too overwhelming. But the truth of the matter is, you know, take your time, think about it. It has been a lot. So basically this is saying to you, for the rest of the year, do very little. Okay, for the rest of the year, don't feel this need, this urge, this desire to make any changes or to do anything. Just allow things to unfold in their own space and time. Allow things to happen in their own space and time. You will eventually make the right choices and the right decisions when necessary. But right now, it's all just a little bit of a hot mess, or at least that's how it feels. Sending you much love and many blessings, my darling. I hope that message helps. I hope it makes sense to you, and I hope it answers the questions that you had. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let me take that one off. And next we have, dear darling, beautiful Tanya. Beautiful Tanya. Have you started packing yet, my darling? Please tell me that that's all a go. Please tell me that that's all a go. That would be such good news to hear. So Tanya says, anything that Spirit needs me to know right now, please and thank you. Look at you with your manners. You are always so polite. Tanya is the most amazing little human being. She is just the tiniest little thing and so beautiful. Right, message for Tanya, please, Spirit. What does Tanya need to hear right here and right now? Anything of value, of significance and importance for Tanya, please. Let's see what we get. Okay, cards are shuffled. Let's cut the deck. Card number 1 for Tanya. Oh, we have the Tower. Oh, no. Oh, but that's okay. That's okay. We've got the Empress too, so that's fine. That's fine. That's fine, Tanya. That's fine. We're not panicking. We're not panicking. All right. I need to have a sip of water. Let's keep the anxiety going a little bit longer while I support her. When you talk all day long, water is necessary. So Tanya, the Tower card, as we know, is about plans changing. It's about things falling apart. It's about things going wrong. But I'm not panicked about that because you've got the Empress card with it. Because the Empress she is pregnant. She is pregnant with life. She is about to give birth to a whole new reality, a whole new situation, and a whole new circumstance. She is ready to embrace, ready to take on, ready to give birth to anything. And she's got no expectations. She's not holding anything back. She's sort of just saying, you know what, I trust that what will be will be. I trust that everything will work out exactly as it needs to, and everything will. I just see Tanya's other message, waiting for the buyer's bond to be approved, net bank sending an inspector around. So that is all positive, my darling. That is all positive, because they don't send an inspector if they're not ready to actually go forward with the bond. And the Tower is good, okay? The Tower is good because we've got the Empress. If we had something else here, then I'd maybe be panicking. But you need to understand that there may be some adjustments, all right? Let's call this now the card of adjustment. You've been just sort of going with the flow and trusting that everything's going to be okay. We need to be ready to react and respond at a moment's notice. So if the inspector comes around and says, you know what, they don't quite get a bond for that, they need a slight drop, or they need some kind of an adjustment, or maybe it's only going to be for February and not for January, there may be some tweaks and adjustments, but it definitely looks positive. As I said, if we had any other card here, I would have panicked. But the Empress is telling you it's all going to be okay. It is about trusting in a higher power. It is about trusting that everything's going to work out exactly as it needs to. But I also think this could be relating to another aspect of your life and not only this situation. But in saying that, this situation is complex. You know, it's not just about one thing. There is so many other things that are part of this overall picture. And you are the Empress, okay? You are the Empress. You are the one that makes the decisions. You are the one who finds the solutions. You are the one that carries this burden, carries the weight of this. And you are the one who is creating and manifesting a new reality, a new future not only for yourself, but for your family and your extended family. So it is a lot of pressure on you. And I know you're absolutely capable of handling it. But I think the Tower card is just to remind you to stay on everything, okay? To not let anything slip, to not let anything slide, and to understand and to recognize that you carry the power here. You carry this outcome, you carry this potentiality, and it's all in your hands. But that's okay because you've got it. Now, just to reassure you, I'm going to take another card, so I just want to make some space. And because the cards are shuffled and split, I'm just taking straight off the top. And it may be a hot mess for a hot minute, my darling. It may be, but we need to experiment. We need to try new things. We need to venture beyond our space in order to figure things out. Oh, I love that for you, my darling. Absolutely love that. So please don't panic. Please don't be fearful. Trust in the process, but stay on top of everything. Don't let anything slide, because if things slide, you are going to have to fix it. But that's okay, because that's who you are. You are the fixer. Much love to you, my darling. Much love to you. I know you will go in search of that tower and you will remove it, clear it, fix it before it becomes an issue. I am putting it back in the deck. Sending you so much love, my dear. Right, Tammy. Hello, Tammy. So Tammy says, please can I have a message about my love life or lack thereof? Waiting on someone, but my patience is coming to an end. Whoopsie. Yeah, look. So I am going to put it straight back, but the Four of Wands is the card of commitment, by the way. Right, so patience is coming to an end. Not sure if I should wait or move on. He is going through a tough time as he lost his child. Oh gosh, I am so sorry to hear that, Tammy. You know what, my darling? So I'm going to shuffle the cards while I'm chatting to you. My initial reaction in here on this is everybody's going through something. And I don't mean to sound cold-hearted and bitchy and awful, but, you know, the reality is we're all got baggage. We're all going through something. Yes, for some people it is as awful as losing a child, and for other people it's different, okay? But every single person in this universe has baggage. But we have also the responsibility of deciding whether you want to engage in a relationship with somebody else or whether you don't. And maybe in this particular context, I'm going to draw cards, obviously, but maybe in this particular context, he needs a push in the right direction. And maybe you are just the person to give him that. So you're waiting. And maybe by waiting, you may be waiting forever, because if you're waiting all the time and if you're happy to wait, he's going to be happy for you to wait. So sometimes in these kind of contexts, we actually need to give a push. We actually need to you know, almost force the hand to either make it move in a forward direction or to draw the line in the sand and to call it quits. But let's have a look. So we get the Six of Cups. There you are, sitting and waiting. Everybody's having parties. Everybody's having commitments. Everybody's having happiness. And you're sitting and you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting. And the second card is the King of Wands. So I totally understand and I totally resonate with that. So the Six of Cups, she's not really sitting and waiting. What she's doing is she's thinking. She's thinking back to happier times. She's thinking back to when it was easier and better. So this could be you, like obviously this connection that you have with somebody. At one point, it was special. It was wonderful. It was something. Now we're in this place of waiting. Notice here with our King of Wands, he's got this fire over his heart and he's got a cross over the heart, over the fire, like he's not allowing himself any fun. He's not allowing himself any opportunity. And I think that's exactly what's going on here. You're sitting around patiently waiting, and he is, yes, he's going through a lot. And honestly, I don't mean to downplay that at all. But there's got to come a time where he picks himself up and carries on again. King of Wands is control of action, okay? King is control, Wands is action. So he is control of action. You need to be in control of action. So as much as you are being kind and caring and considerate and compassionate and thoughtful and blah, 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 you maybe actually need to give him a push. So this is what I was saying even before I drew the cards, all right? There's only so much time that you can sit back and wait. And sometimes you have to be heartless and actually push the situation, push him into a corner to make him make a choice and make a decision, because you're not going anywhere. You're not getting anywhere and you're not getting any younger. Okay, so if he's never going to be ready, now is the time to find that out. And if he is going to be ready, now is the time to push him into that. So honestly, my darling, I really think this is a good time for you to make it or break it. All right, but you have to figure that out, and the only way that you're going to figure it out is by giving a little push. Just a little push, okay? Just a little push. And again, I understand that he's going through something. I understand that, losing a child is hard. And I don't know if he'll ever get over that. But that doesn't mean that he's not allowed to be in a relationship with you. That doesn't mean that he's not allowed to have happiness, unless that is his choice, unless that is what he wants for himself, in which case you need to be free to move on yourself. So let's rather push now and figure that out. All right. Much love and many blessings to you, my darling. Good luck with that. And I think, the fact that the cards came out that way, I think is also telling you that it's good time. Now is a good time to do that, to push it a little bit, because, you don't want to leave it for too much longer. Rather push it now and get the answers that you require. Okay. Sending you lots of love, my darling. Lots of love. I'm so glad, my darling. I'm so glad. I know it's not always an easy one to hear. I know it's not always nice to hear, but I hope that helps. And Sugantha. Oh, my dear darling Sugantha. Sugantha says, please may I have a message or a direction which Spirit wants me to hear right now. Thank you. Let's see. Message for Sugantha, please, Spirit. What does Sugantha need to hear? What is important and significant? What is relevant and appropriate for Sugantha, please, Spirit? Anything that she needs to hear. Something hopeful, positive, uplifting, something motivational, inspirational, and lovely. Would be lovely. Right, cards are shuffled. Card number 1, my darling, we have the world. I am loving that. So there she is. She has got her sash of success over her. You can see that behind her we have the whole world. She has got a glass of something cold and bubbly in her hands. She is living the best life. So the world is the card of success, achievement, attainment, completion. It is the card that says that you have come full circle. You have achieved everything that you needed to. And you're at a point in your life now where it's time to start again. So the world I always equated to like somebody who performs in the Olympics. They don't just wake up on the morning of the Olympics and go, oh, I'm going to compete and I'm going to win, and off they go. There's years and years and years of preparation, of training, of learning, of, etc. Okay, building up to the event. And the event there is the actual performance or whatever it is, participation. And once they've completed, whether they've won or not, it's the end of that Olympics, and they immediately go into planning, preparation, and getting ready for the next one. And this is where you are. So this is acknowledging that you have completed a cycle, a section, a period. And now that that's complete, you're free to move into your next section. Now we have the 3 of Swords with that as well, which we don't want to see. We don't want to see 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords is the card of heartache. It's the card of disappointment. It's the card of sorrow, of pain. But I think for you, my darling, this is acknowledging all the heartache and pain that you have been through, all the suffering that you have experienced. So even though you've come full circle, you're still not feeling fabulous. So you may be the person who came last at the Olympics. But the truth of the matter is you were at the Olympics. We have to think of it in that way. So yes, you may have been in last place, but you were still so good and so great that you actually made it all the way. I am just taking another one for you. Can we just look at her holding the world in her hands? Can we just, look at that? She is holding the world in her hands. So that we've gone from having the world behind her, almost in support of her, to her being in control of it. I also think, my darling, and I'm going to do this because I want to hide that card underneath. So we show the lady's pretty face, but we hide all the rest of the stuff. So I do think for you, my darling, this is Spirit acknowledging the journey that you've been on, acknowledging the hardships and the challenges that you've endured and that you've experienced. But this is also Spirit telling you it's going to be okay. The 2 of Wands is about acknowledging a choice, a decision, an action, about trying to decide where to next, what you're going to do next, trying to figure out where you're going to go, but also saying to you that you have the world in your hands. You can do anything. Much love and many blessings to you, my darling. I hope that helps. I hope that is exactly the message that you needed to hear tonight, and sending you so much love, so much love. So, friends, I think I have reached the end of all the questions. I don't think there are any more. Let me remove that. I think I have reached the end. So we have gone through all the questions that you've asked. As always, thank you for being with me on our Wednesday night live. Always so much fun to be with you. I love these Wednesday nights. Even when I'm having an absolutely crazy manic day, just coming and chatting to you guys, just it feels like family, it feels like home, and I do so love it. For everybody else that is watching and is not a member, this is what you're missing out on every Wednesday night. So for a very small fee, monthly fee, you can be part of the fun. So as I do every week when we end off, I am going to do a card for the collective. So all of you who are watching right now, this is a message for everybody. So a message to take us all through the next week, a message to just guide us on our journeys. Here we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is about being in control of your thoughts, being in control of your mind, being in control of who you are, but also understanding the restrictions and the limitations of who you are, and not ever backing down on that, not ever backing down and feeling as if you are not good enough or not capable. King of Swords is saying to you that if you've got a clear mind, you can achieve, accomplish, and overcome anything in life. So as we go about our next week, be clear thinking, be in control of who you are. Make sure that your thoughts are a mirror image of what it is that you actually want for yourself. So if you want a life of happiness, but your thoughts have no happiness in them, how is that ever going to happen? How are you ever going to be that person? So King of Swords is saying to you, get in control of your mind, and by doing so, you will be in control of your life. And that, I think, is a wonderful way to end our evening tonight, friends. Thank you so much for your love and support. Thank you so much for being with me tonight. Thank you for being on the channel memberships. And for those of you who are peeping in tonight, I hope you think about joining up. It would be lovely to join you and add you to the family. And for everybody else, have an amazing, amazing, amazing week. Sugantha says, thank you so much. It's just so welcome, my darling. Such a pleasure as always. Tanya says, love our Wednesday connects. Exactly. I do too. Even when I've had a crazy Wednesday, it's like, now I'm all calm. I'm all calm. It's been fabulous. You are so welcome, Naz. And you too, Nate. Sending much love to you all. Samantha, you are so welcome as well, my darling. Lots of love and blessings. Take care of yourselves. Look after yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. And I will see you all again next week. Lots of love, everybody. Bye.